Hi, welcome to the farm. I'm Brenda and today I'm making strawberry honey butter. Doesn't that sound amazing? Well, I had a bunch of frozen strawberries still in the freezer and it's April, so we'll be having fresh strawberries for too long, so I thought I might as well turn it into something. So of course I hit Pinterest and started looking for interesting recipes. And I looked at strawberry lavender jam, strawberry chamomile jam, and then I ran across strawberry honey butter. Smooth, creamy, rich, and I thought, hey, I have strawberries and I have lots of honey. So I'm giving it a try. It just sounds really yummy. We'll find out if it is. The interesting part, like apples, you puree the stuff for the butter. You actually put the strawberries in the food processor or the blender and puree them. And that's, you start with nice, beautiful, pink pureed strawberries. And the only other ingredients are honey, and there is still some sugar in it, lemon juice, vanilla, and salt. So it's a pretty straightforward recipe, and it's just put everything in the pot, stir it until it thickens, which is, they say 60 to 90 minutes. We'll see how long it actually takes. And then I'm going to can it up, and we're going to taste it and see how it is. So I have the strawberries in there. I need to do the 2 1/4 cup honey. And I did spray my measuring cup with olive oil, so the honey should slide right out, because honey is really sticky. So 2 1/4 cups, and I did triple the batch. And this is good dark honey. 1. It does come out pretty good. That does work, spraying your utensils with olive oil when you have to measure honey. 2. And then like 1/4, so a little bit more. Okay. If you've never tasted fresh, raw honey, you don't know what you're missing. I always kind of liked honey, but I was never like over the world about it. Till we got our own bees and started collecting our own raw honey. It's amazing. I mean, it's very different than the regular, sometimes fake honey you buy in the store. And I'm using cane sugar. So far the strawberries, the honey, and the sugar. And then lemon juice, and then vanilla, and this is vanilla that Donnie bought back from a trip he had to Peru. So it is very, very good vanilla. And a little bit of salt. And voila, that's it. Now I just have to stir this pretty often while it's cooking and see how long it takes to thicken it up. But it'll be interesting, I don't know. I've never had strawberry butter, but I'm anxious to try it because I love strawberries. And it got 2 frozen bags of strawberries out of the freezer. I have a correction about the vanilla. It didn't come from Peru. I got his trips mixed up. This came from the Dominican Republic. But he was in Peru. Now, why were you in Peru?
I was with engineering students for 2 weeks as they were installing wind turbines in the Andes Mountains.
From a local university. We live, Messiah University is real close to us, and he's worked with a couple different collaboratories. And then why were you in the Dominican Republic?
That was the board meeting for Hope Walks, which is the serving children with clubfoot around the world.
So I don't know if there's any trips on the books for this year or not, if I'll get any interesting food. But I do love this vanilla. So it's been simmering for about an hour, and you can tell it's starting to thicken up a little bit. Another half hour, 45 minutes, I think it will be done. So while we're waiting for the rest of it to cook, how about we tell you a couple things we did this past week.
So what are you doing on this chilly, rainy day?
This beautiful spring day, I am planting willow. One video we trimmed the weeping willow tree and I had extra branches, and you're like, hey, you're gonna make baskets out of that? And it got me thinking, I do want to try to make baskets out of willow, so I have to grow some willow. So I ordered a variety pack from a lady on Etsy. You can get all different colors of willow. So I got 4 different kinds. I'm gonna plant them and see if I can get a whole willow bed started.
Now wait a minute, I don't understand. I understand willow trees, with the willows that come down. What's the deal here?
These would be willow trees, but I'm gonna cut it off every year it'll shoot off big long vines. I'll cut them off. The next year it'll shoot off big long sticks. I'll cut it off. So this will be like my seed one. I should be able to get at least 4 or 5 out of this one. And what I'll do next year though is I'll cut it up and start a whole big bed of them from these little sticks.
All right, so how many colors do you have?
4 different colors. Willow comes in a million different colors.
Huh.
And I'm not sure what colors. Her variety pack, she doesn't tell you what they are. It's just 4 different kinds. But she said she did keep track of them so that if I buy more next year, I'll get different kinds. So I'm trying not to break any of the roots off because they're already somewhat rooted. So I'm basically just poking a big hole in the ground, sticking them in.
So are you used to the wind here in the spring yet?
Used to it?
Yeah.
Do you ever get used to it? I think she gave me more than she was supposed to. It was supposed to be 5 of each one. I got 6. Ooh, I got extra willow. Ooh.
It's your lucky day.
Yeah, nice. I need to put them a little closer together.
Well, the soil is nice and damp, and then it's gonna. We have what? I think 4 days of rain coming.
Yeah, I figure I got to get these in the ground now. I got them. They're already starting to root. I need to get them in the ground and let nature water them.
April showers.
Bring May flowers or May willow. I might even be able to cut some of these off this year and start new willow plants. I'm not sure. I'll just have to see how they grow, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I don't try, so I'm going to try.
Your market garden's starting to look pretty good out here.
Things are coming to life, and I have things planted. Things are growing.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I look back all the way at the back end, the orchard, you can see some of the trees starting to bloom,
Yep.
to blossom.
But you know what else is growing?
What's that?
Weeds.
Oh, yeah.
Weeds are starting to explode, so.
So that'll be good for your chickens.
Oh, the chickens love it because I can feed them whole big buckets of weeds at a time.
so
they go crazy.
They're a crop.
Yeah, they are really. I mean, at this time of year, purple dead nettle's coming, hairy bittercress. I'm probably going to do a video telling you about all the different weeds I feed my chickens because they do love them. And they're actually very, very good for the chickens. So, well, there's one kind of willow planted. 1 down, 3 to go, and the willow will be growing.
Okay. So what kind of raspberries are they?
These are Ann yellow raspberries. And this is because of a video we did when I asked people what else we could plant, and a lot of people said yellow raspberries are really good. So I'm giving them a try. I got 6 plants. Got them from Stark Brothers. They're not real big, so it's just pop the dirt out, stick it in, and let it grow. And the ground is nice and moist.
So you will not get any fruit from them this year?
No, I won't this year. But they'll grow, and then next year we'll get fruit. But you got to get them started sometime, so now's a good time.
Might as well do it before 4 days of rain.
Yeah, this is definitely a time to plant stuff. It doesn't look like much now, but that's going to give us lots and lots of raspberries in the future. This is where we did have red raspberries, but we had way too many red raspberries. So they're gone. They're going to be yellow now.
Okay, today we are planting 4 bare root trees, and they are American redbud. This is a drive here that goes back about 600 feet to our daughter's home and potentially our other children if they elect to build here. So we have redbuds on the other side of the road that we planted 4 years ago. We thought, we might as well put them on this side. So here we go. You can see this is a grafted tree and it's bare root. We love bare root trees. They seem to grow better here. I know some folks feel better having a potted because they just look nice and you don't see all the roots. And this is a little scary looking and seeing all these roots, but there's actually more root here, a balance with the rest of the tree. So you're better off with a bare root. The only disadvantage is you can only plant it in the early spring. So I drilled these holes with the tractor the other day, and I'm gonna put some of the good topsoil in here around the bottom. And I know some folks take care to put peat in and compost and other things, and that's probably really the proper way. But we just get spoiled here because everything we stick in the ground grows. I'm not sure that we ever lost a tree. So I'm not going to go to the extra effort, and hopefully these trees will do as well as all the others. Now I'm going to go down here and manipulate it a bit, make sure that we get soil in around all the little roots, and then we're going to water it, not just to make sure that it's got enough water, but what a good heavy watering does is it makes sure you get really good root contact to soil, and it helps seal it in. So we always take the time to water them and get that good soil contact. Okay, you can see the point where it was grafted, and we'll make sure that that is just above the ground so we don't get any damage or rot at that point. So we're just about ready to put the rest of the soil in, and it shouldn't take too long.
So you ready to taste some strawberry honey butter?
Yeah, I'm
Nice
curious.
consistency.
I'm gonna put some butter on here first.
Oh yeah, you gotta have butter. And it actually took 2 hours to thicken up. And I think a couple things. I didn't have the stove real high because I didn't want to scorch it. And also I did a triple batch. So it took a little over 2 hours to thicken up enough. But it did, and it looks beautiful. I got 9 half pints.
You know, I'm still cold from being outside running and working. I got a sweatshirt on. It's one of those days, it's just above freezing, but it's wet.
It's
and
damp.
It's misty and
Bitter.
it's damp. And just kind of bone chilling. The fire is actually helping.
Oh, it feels good. It feels really good.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I actually had to go around and cover up. I have broccoli and cabbage in the garden, so I went ahead and covered it with fleece. I know they're cold weather crops, but it's supposed to be 26 tomorrow night, 30 tonight and 26 tomorrow night. So I thought, I don't want to push it, so it's covered with fleece, and I probably should cover the lettuce in the tunnel too.
So what was that broccoli that you had in that managed okay? It was down to -10? What was in
No, that was spinach in the tunnel.
in the tunnel? Yeah.
But I had it covered with fleece.
Okay.
Actually 2 layers of fleece all winter, and it survived the winter just fine. We're still eating that spinach.
Okay.
So I mean, things can handle, but I think I have like 40 broccoli and 40 cabbage plants, and I don't want to take the chance of losing them. So they are covered up and tucked in, hopefully to be okay.
But it's kind of the squeeze, you know, you got the cold winding down, and then if you get a real hot June, like your lettuce and your...
Yeah, I have to get the broccoli and the stuff in early, because then it can go 80, 90 degrees really early in the summer, and
it
it'll bolt.
gets bitter and bolts. And
So I have to get it in early, but we run the risk of these really cold nights.
it's a gamble every year, but
Yeah,
still.
I know. We're trying to warm up.
Hey, I'm making good progress on the gate out there.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't show in the video. He's been working on the garden gate. He's doing that pretty garden gate with a beautiful arch over it. So that's going to be probably in the next week or two. That's going to be shown in the video.
Yeah, maybe you should cheat and show some little
I'll show you little
partial
clips of
pictures.
it.
Yeah.
It's looking really nice.
Yeah.
I am excited.
The gate door is what I'm working on now, and I also had to run and get some big stones to put, so you had some walking stones.
That's stepping stones under the arch.
Yeah.
So.
Are we ready to try this?
I'm ready to try it.
My brain is confused because it looks like apple butter. It
Kinda.
has the consistency.
Well, it is like
of
apple butter, but it's strawberry butter.
Okay, it's gonna. Well, we'll try it. See what happens.
Good luck. I like it. It's not quite as strong of a strawberry taste.
No,
as
it's
like
muted.
strawberry, yeah, as strawberry jam or strawberry preserves. But it's still strawberry. I like it.
The consistency is different. It's, I don't know how, it's like smoother through. And the flavor is muted. And it almost tastes like it has cinnamon in it or something. But it doesn't.
No.
But
No.
it might be my brain tricking me that it still thinks it's apple.
Maybe. But I like it. I'm glad I tried it.
So why is it darker then?
Well, maybe it's because it cooked so long and so cooked down so much.
It doesn't have the same really bright color that strawberry jam has.
Even strawberry jam isn't that bright if you really look at it. But this is still a little darker than that.
Okay, but it's smoother and creamier. It's not, it's just very different, but
That's
it's good.
when I saw the recipe for strawberry honey butter, I thought smooth, creamy, delicious. And I was right.
Honey butter, that's right. Oh, that's right, it did have
It's got
honey.
our honey in it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that's what made it dark, the dark honey.
Maybe.
Because it was the last honey we harvested in the winter, so it was pretty dark honey.
It's not just a little bit less of a flavor, it's a different flavor than just the straight strawberry jam.
Yeah, it is. I like it very much, though.
Yeah.
I like it. I give it a thumbs up. So now I guess you'll have to wait at least a week or two to see the pretty garden gate. But we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Is that okay? Good enough?
Yeah. It wasn't as smooth, but it makes it more real.
It's real. I do like it.